First off, Happy New Year! This is my first video of the brand new year. Hope you guys have had a wonderful start to 2017. And with it being 2017 and Pokemon Sun and Moon being out for a month and a half at this point, we can finally start looking ahead to what could be the next Pokemon games. There's typically been a brand new Pokemon game every single year since 2008. The only anomaly there is in 2015 when there wasn't any brand new main series Pokemon game. Very likely as a way to give Generation 7 Pokemon Sun and Moon just a little bit more development time. And since the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon in November, there's been a lot of speculation, rumors, theories within the community about what the next Pokemon games could very well be. A lot of people want to see Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. People want to see the Sinnoh region reimagined in 3D. Other people are speculating on there very well being a Pokemon Red and Blue remake, as there's a lot of Kanto hints within the story of Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think those are unlikely, at least for now. I think a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake will be coming in 2019. A rumor that has been gaining a lot of traction within the Pokemon community recently, especially due to a lot of leaks that I'm going to be discussing throughout the course of this video, is the potential of a brand new Pokemon game being released on the new Nintendo system, the Nintendo Switch, at some point throughout the course of 2017. An article that was posted by Eurogamer on their website on the 18th of November, literally the day Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, it was rather hasty, discussed how multiple sources had revealed to them that a brand new Pokemon game is currently in development, which is pretty safe to presume, and holds the codename Pokemon Stars and will be released on the Nintendo Switch at some point, probably late 2017. I haven't actually spoken about this rumor on my channel because, one, I was too heavily invested in Pokemon Sun and Moon. It literally came out that day. But two, because there wasn't really any backing towards it other than Eurogamer's word. And it's a pretty safe presumption that with there being a new Nintendo system being released this year, that a Pokemon game will follow it onto it. In fact, I happen to know that the PR manager for Pokemon just despises these rumors, and I'm really sorry for talking about it. And I'm being rather negative about this article that was posted in November, and trust me, I have a point, so bear with me. I do think there's going to be a Pokemon game released this year on the Nintendo Switch. I just don't think a website saying, hey, multiple sources are telling me that there's going to be a game on the Nintendo Switch in 2017 is actually good evidence. Over the last 7 days, there's another rumor that's been circulating around the community, and as you can tell by the title, 20 new Pokemon could very well be revealed this year and released in a brand new Pokemon game, a follow-up game to Pokemon Sun and Moon on the Nintendo Switch. This little leak, and I'm putting leak in inverted commas, not out of disrespect, but just due to, I don't know, the lack of validity at this point. This leak was actually given to us by Laura K. Buzz, an actual reputable leaker within the Nintendo community. This was mentioned during a Reddit Ask Me Anything on the Nintendo Switch subreddit. So if we are going to take her word as gospel, and you know what, I'm willing to suspend any disbelief and actually believe this, I want to get excited about a brand new Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. It would be absolutely amazing for Pokemon to take advantage of the hardware that the Nintendo Switch is going to provide. If we are going to take this as the truth, then 20 new Pokemon could be coming our way throughout the course of this year. Why would a brand new Pokemon game be coming out on the Nintendo Switch? Well, the Nintendo Switch is going to have hardware that far exceeds that of the Nintendo 3DS. You guys might have seen videos circulating on YouTube that showcase the power of the Nintendo 3DS emulator Citra. The Nintendo 3DS is only capable of outputting in a resolution of 400 by 280, which is tiny compared to Nintendo Switch's capable output of 1080p. The graphics and the visual effects that they'll be able to use on a system with much more power is going to be incredible, and it's been sort of showcased via an emulator. I mean, look how good this footage looks, and if a Pokemon game is released on the Nintendo Switch, you can be sure that Game Freak will take advantage of the extra power by adding better shading and that kind of stuff. And while I wouldn't say that the Nintendo 3DS lacks the space to add more Pokemon to the games in their own current form, in fact, the Nintendo 3DS cartridges can hold a lot more than what the size of Pokemon Sun and Moon actually were. There's definitely potential for more Pokemon to be added to a brand new Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch, as evidenced by this rumor from what I honestly truly believe is a very reputable source. Pokemon prints money. We've seen that with Pokemon Go. We've seen that with the increased sales of Pokemon Sun and Moon this year. And Nintendo will obviously want to take advantage of that this time round, as the Wii U honestly didn't sell too well. In fact, I believe it only sold 14 million devices, which is incredibly poor. Nintendo will want to take advantage of their most profitable IP by releasing a game on this brand new system to make up for the failures of the previous generation. I know loads of people who didn't actually buy a Nintendo Wii U, but would have if a Pokemon game was released on the system. And with the Nintendo Switch having the portable capabilities that we saw in the trailer a few months ago, it just seems like the perfect opportunity to take Pokemon that has traditionally been this portable handheld game onto a console while still retaining that portable handheld experience that we've all known and loved over the course of the last 20 years. So, I 100% truly believe that there's going to be a Pokemon game released this year, unlike in 2015. And I do 100% truly believe that it's going to be released on the Nintendo Switch. The only question now is when. When is the next Pokemon game going to be announced, and when is it going to be released? I've heard rumors circulating recently. Honestly, I don't believe these rumors. I'm just telling you so you can make your own informed decision on what to believe. Is that at the Nintendo Switch preview event that's going to be taking place in New York, Tokyo, and London, when they reveal a lot of the software that's going to be released on the Nintendo Switch throughout the course of 2017, Pokemon Stars, or whatever it's actually going to be called, is going to be amongst that lineup. Once again, January 13th, I think that's way too soon for a brand new Pokemon game to be announced, but very well could be. Now, I am going to be there at the Nintendo Switch preview event in London on January 13th, so if anything is revealed, I will cover it for you guys on my channel. I personally, just going off the Pokemon Company's track record, believe that the next Pokemon games will be announced in the second quarter of 2017, and that the games will be released for the holiday season at some point in November. So to summarize, 20 plus new Pokemon could be coming on a Pokemon game that could be released on the Nintendo Switch this year, and I think that's pretty awesome. But these are just rumors, but these rumors do have a reputable source behind them. Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you think that there's going to be a brand new Pokemon game released on the Nintendo Switch this year? And what Pokemon game do you want to see? Do you want to see a follow-up to Sun and Moon? Do you want to see Diamond and Pearl remakes? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section down below. A like on this video would be really appreciated. Feel free to subscribe to any more of my future Pokemon news videos. And I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully tomorrow. Peace out.